When you're used to being in control, and then you realize marriage is the one place where you lose control because it's not only you, it's two people.
Correct.
It's so funny how God does things. It was literally the beginning of a new me emerging. I was not even aware of that.
And
I was not even aware
needed
of that.
him
Yes.
for that new you to emerge.
So imagine if I had said, no, please don't talk to me. No.
Like, and meeting her also, like, I added value to her and she added value to me because she brought me to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it. This is Love, Marriage, and Family Podcast. It's another week, another day with wonderful guests. And of course, my first guest, my number one guest, is seated right here next to me.
Sudan.
Her name is Pindi. And by the way, she's not my guest. I'm more like her guest.
Yes. My name is, guys, thank you so much. It's exciting to be here. It's another beautiful episode of Love, Marriage, and Family Podcast. And we're excited to be bringing you other awesome guests.
Yeah.
But I think before we get to the guests, thank you so much for your subscriptions, for your likes, for your shares, for your comments. Continue subscribing to the podcast, and we really love engaging with you.
Yeah.
And we really hope you will also enjoy engaging with this, with these guests of ours.
Yeah.
Which more will have the pleasure to introduce.
They need no introduction, of course. I mean, the last time we sat with these guys was back in the day when we used to do TV.
2020, actually.
When we used to do TV. And so we thought, you know what? Let's just bring them back and really just have a catch-up with them, of course. Talking about none other than Mjakes Thebe and, of course, his lovely wife.
Yes.
Vee Thebe.
His beautiful wife.
Yeah. we had a guest. We had a guest, by the way.
We're taking this a notch higher.
Yeah. We had a guest, guys, the other day, and the wife, they were pastors in the church.
Yes.
So the wife was so sick and tired of being referred to.
As the
So the name of the pastor and then his beautiful wife.
Oh.
And then that's that. So like there's no name and so on. So but anyway, her name is Vuyokazi, everybody.
Hi.
I would give you her maiden name, but her name is Thebe.
Yes.
I see I got my maiden name.
No,
Sadlula lapho sitila
no, I'm trying to demonstrate. I know this lady.
Yes. Guys, we are joined by the incredible, the amazing, the Thebes, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Well, guys, it's really been a while. First of all, welcome to our set. And
Beautiful
this is Love, Marriage, and
set,
Family Podcast. And of course, you guys are used to a whole lot of sets.
Yes.
And
We'll get to the other sets.
we'll get to the other sets. Right? So start us off.
Well, it's actually been a while.
Yeah.
We haven't hung out in a long time. What's happening?
Sure.
What have you guys been doing?
I'm
like, we missed the Thebes.
Yeah. No, we miss you too, guys.
Yeah.
we missed you too.
Yeah.
You know,
The latte, the hot chocolate,
the breakfast.
the breakfast.
breakfast.
You know, I miss Mjakes' calls.
In the morning, guys, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Let's go.
Let's do breakfast.
Let's do breakfast.
You guys.
My favorite meal of the day.
Yeah. No, man, it's been a while, but I think maybe for the interest of new subscribers
Yeah.
who are like, okay, I think I know those people. Where do I know them from? And blah blah. Just tell them about who you guys are.
Who are you, baby?
You feel I feel like you wanna introduce him.
No, Shem. He's a big star now. You know, he's famous now.
Just one episode nyana. Okay. No, my name is Mujalifa Thebe.
Yeah.
I think people may know me from mainly two parts of my life, big parts, which have been the gospel group Redeemed, which I have been, and it's one of the longest part of my life.
Yeah.
Like I've been in Redeemed probably from the year 2000.
Oh, wow.
So that's Redeemed. The other part, probably as a music producer, I've been also a music producer. Like, I think I'm moving towards 31 years this year.
Yeah.
Being in the industry, in the music industry. started from singing part and being a producer, and I got to work with a lot of companies like TS Records mostly. Partnered with Robbie Malinga for 17 years. We're business partners of our career. That's the part of Mjakes, the career part. And those who know me, church boy since 15 years old now.
Yeah.
Grown brother. Yeah.
Married,
Married
family.
to the beautiful. Girls.
My beautiful wife.
Everybody, welcome my beautiful wife.
Oh, wow. Yes. So how has it been, V? From Cape Town to Joburg?
Yeah.
And I know, Guti, you've never looked back.
I've never looked back since. And I often tell people I'll never move back to Cape Town.
Yeah.
I'd go and visit. I love my family.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I had all the money in the world, I'd be there every month.
Yeah.
You know, just checking them out. Are you guys okay and everything? But I'd never move back.
Love them and leave them.
Yes. Love them and leave them. I talk to them on the phone. They're fine.
Yeah.
But my life is here.
Yeah.
My life is here now. Moved here 2013.
Yes.
May, the same year that we got married. So met in 2012, moved here in 2013, and I've never looked back. Never had a desire. I might have struggled in Johannesburg in the beginning a bit.
Yes.
But I've never had the desire to move back to Cape Town.
Oh, wow. That is amazing.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, let's just get into it. Because you were talking about working, Jakes, you were talking about working with TS Records in the main. You said 17 years. But before that, you know, there was, you know, your life with Redeemed.
Yes.
And, you know, how has that life been? This was obviously before V.
Yes, before V.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, like before Redeemed, we were in a group called Friends, right?
Okay.
So it was. I've always been in boy bands.
Yeah.
Because I've always been that guy who has a soprano or a high voice, high pitched voice, and all of that. So I've always played that part, and that part, you know, transitioning from Friends to Redeemed, and Redeemed became like a big part of my life, which also played a big role in my spiritual life. Like when it came to accountability, like I had brothers, I have brothers that I can account to. Like me being in the entertainment industry, I knew that I'm always accountable to these brothers. Like I can't mess up because anything I do this side can mess up my reputation and their reputation. So I've always, most of the time, I had to stay on the straight and narrow, like and know that okay, this is where I stop. Like okay, I'll go to the club. There's an event. I need to be there because my artist is launching, whatever. But I felt that I don't have to live this life, you know. So I did my level best to not live that life.
You tried.
I tried my level best. Messed up for a few years. Got lost.
Yeah.
And then those were like the few rough
Tricky
years.
years.
Tricky years of my life. My years of anger. You know, when you are angry against God. Those are those years where you're like, "Ah, Lord, but I've lived righteous before holy, and now this happens. Now, you know,
But I would have thought that you have people. By the way, you had Stephen Mulakeng the other day.
Yes, that's
you
my
know.
brother.
I know.
My brother.
and,
He speaks so highly of
He
you.
speaks very highly
That's
of
my
you,
brother.
You know, but brothers like that, I mean, when you are down, as you say, you know, you've had your disappointments and all of that. You know, one would think that, you know, they'll be there to like, hey, Jakes, I bought the Vuk.
Yeah.
Pick yourself up.
In fact, just that period, you know when maybe many people don't know that this is my second marriage, right?
Okay.
And I went through a divorce, and my life went on a tangent because I was like, you know, when you're angry and like, God, how do I, you know, when you are used to, I'm like, you know, the people like God's favorite child.
Yes.
I would like, when it came to finances, whatever, I would say, Lord, I need money today. I need money. And And I'd get to work and my boss would be like, oh, the song you're doing is so nice. And then you're like, okay, reach out into my wallet.
Yes.
You know, whatever, no. And I'd be fine. I'd be like, my day would be taken care of. So, and then when things went very wrong, and I was like, but Lord, I'm used to being your favorite child. I'm your son. How, and you, when you're used to being in control, and then you realize marriage is the one place where you lose control, because it's not only you, it's two people.
Correct.
So I went on a tangent, but most of my challenges, when I was going through those challenges, in fact, probably Stephen is the only one who knew that, hey, Mjakes, the things are not so.
Yeah.
Because he called me one day and I was in Durban, because I was doing a lot of work in Durban.
Yes.
And he's like, hey, Mutswala, what's up with you? What's up? And he could hear, I'm in a loud place and I'm in a jovial mood. And you know that things are not okay. And he's like, something is not right here.
Yeah.
You know? So the people that embraced me in that struggle were not the church. Because the church is like, how are you going through a divorce? How are you failing? How are you... Well, how are you going through this? If how are you not putting things together? You know, and now the people embracing me were like, "Mfana wuphi, asambe."
Yes, yes.
No. You can't be alone. Ngizokulanda manje. And that being like, okay, fine. Now I'm in environments that I'm not always at.
Yeah.
But
and you feel accepted.
I feel accepted. I feel like, okay, somebody understands.
Yeah.
So that's...
And by the way, it's not even that the church doesn't understand, but the church likes to pretend.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, as if we have no idea what you're talking about.
Divorce.
How did you get yourself there?
How did that happen?
Yeah. You know, that's so sad. Eh?
Oh man, that part of your journey, you know, very few people are familiar with.
Yeah.
You know, very, very few people are familiar with. And the how did you navigate your life then as someone who's been married before and then divorced and then they still church? How is that the church life in particular?
In fact, during that time, my late pastor, Pastor Isaac Sibanyoni, yes. He was like ordaining ministers, ordaining pastors.
At the time.
And he's like, Mjakes, bengifuna ukubeka kodwa ngeke ngikubeke ngoba izono zakho. And I'm like, izono eziphi mfundisi? Because just because
I'm going through a divorce.
I'm going through a divorce. So all of those things were adding on, you know, to those things. So all of those things were adding the pressure and whatever. Yeah. So there was a lot happening at that time. So and the failure of Bazalwane to accept, you know, and now for me to navigate out of that space, it's me meeting her.
Yes.
So when I met her when I was like in a very bad space.
Yeah.
And
how long after your divorce?
2 years.
Okay.
2 years. Yeah.
Not
bad. Then, in fact, I had a 2.5 years separation, and I was going through the divorce, and my divorce was not final, right? And then I meet her, and then I'm like, no, man, I want our relationship to be right, and then I can't live that way, and trying to build with her, and her being part of my life completely changed me and brought me back. Like I had to come back to myself, you know. Yeah, so
and then,
I feel like I'm talking too much.
No. I want V to come in because I know that I'm talking from I know. Let me speak as though I don't know. So you, that day, was it a Sunday? Weekend?
It was a Saturday.
Saturday.
Yes. Yeah.
So you meet Mjakes. I don't want to say gopi, but it was a social sort of gathering. Was it a funeral or wedding or party?
It was an unveiling of tombstones.
Yes.
It was an unveiling of tombstones, and I had received the invitation and shared it with my parents because we knew the family, where I'm from. And in my mind that time, I'm like, 23? And I'm like, no, my parents can go, you know?
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Unveiling.
And an unveiling.
For
and,
who?
you know, and I have a small baby. That time, Wuhle was like a year and a few months.
Yes.
So in my mind, I'm like, no, my mom and dad can go. I'm good.
Boring.
Then my mom and dad go to the
Yeah.
unveiling, and I'm at home on a Saturday in my PJs. I'm relaxing. And my mom then calls me and says, no, man, why are you sitting at home alone? You know? And I'm like, no, I don't want to go there. No, there's celebrities from Joburg who are here, going to performances and what. I think it would be good for you to come out of the house and come watch the performances. So I'm like, okay, fine. I dress up. And as I leave my parents' house on the main road in Shumpela, then a guy says, oh, where are you going? And I'm like, oh, indeed, I'm trying to go to Johnson Gwevela Hall. And he's like, okay, let me give you a lift. Drops me off. I get there. And as I enter the hall, the people are dishing up.
Yeah.
So I see my mom is now, signaling for me.
Yes,
See, okay,
come.
dilapa. And as I come in, people are dishing up. So now it's awkward, difika, and people are eating.
Great timing.
Great timing.
On your side.
I arrive and I think, were you in line?
We're still sitting, about to stand to join the line.
To join the line.
Yeah, so they're already ahead.
Yes.
Yes.
But I didn't know that she had just arrived.
Yes.
Okay.
When I
No.
because when I see her in the queue.
Yeah.
The very same line. I didn't see her. I see her in the queue, and I'm like, and they're already like
as
somewhere.
I arrive, my mom then says, "Good, siapaka, we're dishing up."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, put my bags down. I'm in the queue to dish up, and obviously I don't know these guys. So obviously I'm familiar with the people Bagwalanga, where I'm from, and then obviously he then tries to get my attention, but that I'm like this young 23-year-old girl that just had a baby. I don't
Like,
I
not
don't want a
interested.
relationship.
Yeah.
I don't want to date. I don't want to. My life is just, I'm in a different place in my life, and I'm not looking for a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then he sends this guy, Uzwai, I remember, to approach me on his behalf. Zwei comes, uyandoyika.
Ice boy.
Une-ice boy.
Pansian.
Yabona baka-mess nyana.
Yayibona ulalela ngokhuluma nalo ngane lawo. Angibizele ngane.
La ntombazana. So then Zwei comes to me, and obviously me being nicely dressed and everything, then I'm like,
And she was nicely dressed.
and then I'm like, who's that? Why doesn't he come himself? Then
I've just arrived.
And Zwei is doing this back and forth now, trying to give him feedback, and then coming back to me.
So it was like,
And then eventually, he then approaches. But I'm standing
No. Zwai had a plan.
Yes. Yes.
So now Zwai, because V is not responding,
Yeah.
is not coming to the party,
I'm
right?
like, who's this?
And then she's like, no, who's this? Yeah, let him come himself, whatever. And Uzwai Pella, Uzwai enjoyed doing this.
yes.
Okay.
Like he would do it on his own accord. Like he'd be busy vele yena.
Yeah.
But now if you show interest, like Utenim Chan.
He was one of those willing participants.
He was already on the ball.
Yeah.
So and then it's like, hey, Mchan, I got a phone, man. Him up. And then we're standing. But where we are standing, V and the parents are coming our way.
Yeah.
So because Zwai is good at this thing and he's an expert, like he knows how to do it.
Yeah, he's qualified.
Zwai speaks to the parents.
Distracts my parents.
Oh, so that you guys are left
and then
together.
V
You
standing,
So I'm standing alone.
and then she's alone, and I'm like, no, hey, how are you? And remember, me, based on the person I had been or I was before, I would have never done anything like that because I was saved from 15 years old.
Yeah.
And I didn't play those kind of until the mess in my life, and then I was like, hey, no.
I'm in the market.
And that time it's like in your mind it's like, I'm never doing this marriage thing. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'm tired of being this righteous, holy, because in my mind, I'm angry. I'm like, it doesn't lead anywhere because I did the right things.
And look what it ended me.
And look, I still ended in divorce, whatever. So I'm in that space, and then I meet her, and then I see her in the queue. In fact, the first I saw her in the queue, right, and I'm like seeing this lady with beautiful legs.
She's hiding them now.
I'm hiding them now.
So uzabe unveiling
No,
Akafaka ngimini. Like
It was 4 fingers away from the knee.
no,
Okay.
a proper
Look, you're
dress
23
on
I'm
heels.
young, yeah.
I wanna and I'm looking at the legs. I'm like, okay, I wish she can tell. Let's hope the legs match the face.
Oh, you saw the legs first.
I saw the legs first, and I was like,
and
I'm like,
can she just?
oh, I was
Can
like,
she turn around?
I saw she's wearing these heels. She's like, that's one or okatogile monyo. Like she's like, I'm like, what?
Usugile.
And then she turns. I'm like, yo.
Okay. Lezi ndo ziyamatcha mos.
Yeah.
And then I tell my friends, the people I was sitting with. I'm like, yo, I've just seen about an amazing woman. Get it? And I said to them, that woman, like, and then when she looked my way, I saw her right into her eyes.
Oh.
And I'm like, that moment, and then I go to sit down, I've got food, I'm like, I would marry her. And they were like, hey baba, and you can imagine Robbie with this big voice, hey baba, hi baba, hey baba,
Stop uzodlala la.
yini uthini? Oh, athi hayi. Oh, I'm telling you. So then I got to speak to her. Then from there I invited her because that same evening we're having a music launch.
Yeah.
So the guy who had invited us was a music promoter, record label owner, a guy called China Mpololo.
Oh, China,
Oh, I
yes.
remember China. Yes.
Even now, he made like I'm paying for the fact that I met V at his event.
Yeah.
You have
Reminds
to.
him all the time.
In fact, fanele ubhatale uChina, ubhatale umzwayi.
Yeah.
Uzwa ngiyamkolota.
Because basebenzile these two people.
Yeah.
China even now, like me and him would get into a fight and we're not getting along for some time. And then he'd come back. His apology would be, "Hayi, ndikunika umfazi man. Ndikunika umfazi." You didn't even see me when I met her.
Yeah.
You were not even in the picture.
Yeah, but
so
he knows he gave you a wife.
Yeah, so I invited V to the launch.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I'm like,
She came. She went.
I
no,
went.
I'm like, are you coming to the launch? She's like, I'm not invited. Ngithi, from this, you are the guest of honor.
Right now.
Ngithi, right now, you are the guest of honor.
You are the VVIP.
You are the
I mean,
VVIP.
you're my guest. I'm
Yeah.
inviting you.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
this guy.
And I'm sure you would have been like, who are you?
Yeah.
How did that come out? I mean,
Nah, she was
this
like that.
Mjakes, okay, so one of the things that you don't know, if you don't know Mjakes has worked with all the big names, in terms of artists.
Yeah.
And I'm sure at this time it would have been around the
After Loliwe.
after Zahara,
It was
the
the
advent
Loliwe
of
time.
Zahara,
It was the
the
Loliwe
advent of
time.
Zahara.
Yeah.
So Jakes produced that album,
Yeah,
and so on.
myself and Robbie Malenga, yes.
But I mean, he's not Zahara.
No.
He's not DJ Smooth.
He's behind the
He's not.
scenes.
Behind the scenes.
So for you, how did that compute with you? I mean, this guy
So,
say you are my guest of honor.
I knew nothing about Mjakes.
Yeah.
Remember, us in Cape Town, we always like the last people to find out about what's happening in the rest of the country.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
The late bloomers.
Yeah,
of
Cape
the
Town.
Late bloomers of South Africa. So you can imagine how I had no clue who this person is.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, no, Nangulinda Lani was a joyous. And I'm like,
Joyous.
yeah, but
At the time,
Lindelani
Joyous
was there.
I said Cape Town at the time.
I'm like, Lindelani was there, but I'm like, what? So I didn't know Mjakes.
Yeah.
So now we arrive at the launch. My cousin, Upuseleto, who's a singer,
Yeah.
and who years ago also auditioned on Idols. So Upuseleto obviously knows the people in the industry,
okay.
the relevant
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So she knows Mjakes.
Yeah.
So I walk into the launch with Mjakes. I'm now his handbag.
Yeah.
Upuseleto says to me,
V.
he's up.
He's up.
He's up. He's up. And I'm like, do you know who this is? I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. I met him today.
But in Dila.
Dilap. Ndase, uyamazi uZahara. Yes, yiproducer yakhe lena. Mntase ndifuna undifake apha.
Same.
And I'm thinking, Busaletso, I don't know who these people are. I don't know what they do. I just know the song Loli Lokpele Up.
Yeah.
That's it. But I don't know.
Tetinyan, you were a huge fan.
No,
Loli.
I knew the music.
Fan.
No, I knew the
Knew
music.
Zahara, but not the people behind.
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't
Obviously,
know.
yes.
I don't know anything.
Yeah,
Yes, so
no,
obviously I wouldn't. I'm not in the entertainment industry, so I wouldn't know. But Ngumjalifa Thebe lona, this is the guy, because I don't even look at credits.
Yeah.
We see to get that
Yeah.
time. I don't even look at those things. So I knew nothing about this guy. But when I tell you, that night I had the time of my life. Jakes
wow.
treated me like a princess. I really felt like I'm the guest of honor at that event.
Of course.
Yes, he did say you're
Yeah.
his VIP.
No shame. I really felt like this, it's all about me. Because he made me feel so special. And
wow.
remember, I come from, I'm just a girl of Wagwalanga.
Yes.
And, I've just been through like a rough patch in my life.
Yeah.
And I've just had a baby at the age of like 21.
Yeah.
So I'm meeting him and I'm 23. My daughter is like a year and a few months.
Almost 2 years.
I'm trying to find myself. I'm trying to pick up the pieces of my life. Because, when you have a child at a young age, I had to quit school.
Yeah.
And go find a job. So now I'm just at that part of my life. So hence I was saying I was not even looking for a boyfriend, when I met him, because I was like, you know what? I just feel like this guy, I'm going to waste his time because I don't want.
I'm not there.
I'm not there,
Yeah.
Little did I know that for me, meeting him was the beginning of a lot of things changing in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was like, it's so funny how God does things. It was literally the beginning of a new me emerging.
Oh,
I was not even aware of that.
And
I was not even aware
needed
of that.
him
Yes.
for that new you to emerge.
So imagine if I had said, no, please don't talk to me. No, I'm not going to give you my number.
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are? I think my life would have definitely turned out completely different compared to what it is now.
That is so powerful.
But I can also say the same. Because me meeting her brought restoration in my life.
Yeah.
Because if also I didn't meet her, I don't know where I would have been. Like, I don't, because I was not ready for anybody, like for any serious relationship like that. Because I was going towards the messed up direction.
Yeah.
Like, and meeting her also, like, I added value to her and she added value to me because she brought me to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to put my pieces together. I'm like, okay, hey, I'm in a relationship again.
Yeah.
Trigger.
I need to get myself in the right position now.
Yes.
Yeah. And the first few months, I put her through tests.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Naturally, yeah.
Were you one of those?
Yeah.
And she didn't know that she's going through tests. Like I was like testing her like big time. Big time. In fact,
she failed this one.
Yeah.
In fact, the first one she failed.
I did.
Did she fail the first
What
one?
test was that? We're curious now.
Okay, this is we're sitting with my friends.
Yeah.
My friends from Cape Town, Orlando, Jamel, and whatever. And then they said, "Oh, okay, we want Tina. We don't want to sit because when we're in Cape Town, we book like almost like an apartment type of vibe, like self-catering, whatever. They're like, okay, we want to go out." Because where we were, there were places across.
Yeah.
There were like restaurants and fun places and clubs, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they say, I don't want to go across. And then I'm like, no, I don't feel like going. And then they're like, I'm on a Sambe. And then V said, no, it's fine, I can go with
I'll
you
go.
guys.
Oh my.
Okay, she failed dismally.
My video.
Smart.
No.
Coming
with you.
Abayazi yonke this thing.
No. So I'm like, sure, I'll go. And in my mind, I'm like, these are your friends, right? And we are going right opposite.
To save
Surely we're fine. Yeah, but I can even walk. I can even walk back.
No, we could walk. They walked across.
Sure.
And then I was like, the next morning, okay. Mina now ngiyayisebenza le nto yami nawe.
So when you continue to stay behind?
I stayed behind.
Stay behind.
Even more so now.
No. I said, no, I think it was intentional. For me, it was
Oh,
a
when
test.
it was a test.
Yeah.
I stayed behind. The next day, I'm like, I call her, because when I'll understand the
V Mara.
and then she's like, what did I do? They're your friends. We are bus now. Ubaz a lot.
Umazi ngaphi mos
No, where do
labazi?
you know them from? Why are you going?
Jakes is triggered, you know, fresh, like,
It's not triggered.
it's
Akakho triggered.
traumatized.
No.
You don't understand, but
I'm a rule. Like,
No.
Yeah.
Mina ngiyamthola umJakes.
I feel you, Minam Jakes.
UMJakes was just weighing, but ooh.
okay, think born.
Yeah.
Let me allow you to go.
Yeah.
Let me not hold you back. Because I could have said, you're not going. The moment she walked out of the door, it failed.
But we are here.
I failed.
But what brought you back though?
What brought me back? In fact, there's a friend of mine, Lionel Jamel. Because in fact, we were going somewhere in the morning. I was like, he was also a marketing person.
Marketing person, yeah.
Marketing person, and it's like, Jakes, tomorrow we're going for an interview in the morning. I'm taking. Then on our way, I'm telling him, it's like, hey man, hey, nice guy, bro, failil. Ati Wednesday.
So she's back in the market.
No. Yeah.
No.
No, like,
I don't know yet.
according to Jakes,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
basically
Like,
back in the pool.
Yeah.
Failil, and then it's like, Wednesday, how can she live with you guys? I don't know, but Jakes, she was safe. And it never. She
Wrong move.
No, she made a wrong move. And then it's like, man, I'm done all right, man, she's a nice girl. I know girls from like her, but she's a nice girl.
Yeah.
You know? Give her another chance. And then I call her, I'm like, then I tell her, I'll fail me and you. And then she's like, no, man, but then her remorse and the kind of feeling I got
Because
from
I
her.
genuinely was like,
She was lost.
I was so lost.
It's okay, fine. And then I put her through other tests.
Yeah.
Where
Okay. Was she aware ukuthi she's actually now?
I wasn't
Next.
aware.
I call her Friday, 10
10
o'clock
p.m.
in the evening.
Epsuk, okay.
Yeah.
Niti, I know girls are in the streets.
On a Friday.
On a
She's
Friday.
probably out of the. She's at a club.
She's not home.
Yeah.
She's probably,
Yeah.
I'm phone it. I bambi call. Okay. Next Friday, foot, same thing. One Friday, I bambi phone. That's it.
That's what I've been phone.
That's it.
Here's another test.
That's it. Angazi kufika ukuthi okay, call the sister. And then I phone the sister like Sibongile, where's your sister? Where's we? It's like Nanku. She gives her the phone. And Buhle in the background. I'm like, okay, I know, okay, fine. I was wrong.
Yeah.
She's not in that space.
Yeah.
But not that there's anything wrong with it. But me, in at that time,
At that time, you didn't want it.
I knew that. Okay, I don't want this. This is what triggers me. I don't want this. I don't want this. I was getting myself together.
Yeah.
And what I can say, she loved me out of my misery.
Okay.
She loved me out of my comfort zone because you know when you're like and then a person like loves you and then she's there for you and then she gives you so much love and not the wrong kind of attention where the right type, the right level, the right dose.
What you need at that time.
I was like, yo, I know. Then I asked her a stupid question because remember I was kind of messed up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what are we doing? Are you my Cape Town girl?
Oh, yes.
Are you
Yes.
the
What are we
official
doing?
girlfriend?
Yeah.
And then she was like, what?
I was like, what?
Do you have Cape Town girl and Joburg and
Kanti kunento njalo vele, I'm sure you were asking yourself.
Yeah. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm like, nah, Buti, if you roll like that,
That's not
cut
right.
me out. I'm not the Cape Town girlfriend. And
And then when you're in
I
Joburg,
wouldn't even know how to navigate such a setup. So no. It's if it's like that's not gonna work. He was like,
Yeah.
okay, no, I didn't mean it like that. I just wanted to know how serious is this relationship going.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, Shem, Jakes and I literally hit it off.
yeah.
Hit it off. Like when we always counting the, if I can say, milestones in our relationship. I think we went on our first weekend away together a week later. Or was it 10 days after we met?
yeah, I invited her to
to the
I was doing some promos in Grahamstown.
for the artists
marketing.
like China or
yes,
Costa.
yes.
Yes, so they were promoting
During
in
the
Grahamstown
the
Arts
festival.
Festival.
Yeah.
So he was like, okay, fly to PE, any, come, let's go to Grahamstown. I mean, I've never been in a relationship where I am constantly being given gifts. So it was gifts every other week. What do you need? And that time I've got a job. I've got a 9-to-5. I'm so used to being the one, if money salary, and I take care of my family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, there were times where I did not even know what to do with my own money.
Because here's the Putosa Joburg.
Because Ubudose Gauteng,
Hey!
no, here, take whatever. And I'm like, Tate Mafuteni kumnandi. You know, I'm interested. And my mom, on the other hand, is like, Vyogazi, are you sure lento chatanga? Are you sure ba ayinamfazi ba eGauteng? And I'm like, Mama, ndonwabile ngoku and bawunomfazi lo bhuti. Ulo mfazi understand njani? I talk to this guy every hour of the day. So if there's someone in Joburg, we understand.
Yes.
Then I literally was flying to Joburg every month. Every month I was flying to Joburg, and then I remember the first time telling my mom, "Dileke Gauteng, akho mntu
Oh,
yeah, because there were rumors flying around, even in Cape Town, that I'm dating a married man, Tontoni, and all those things.
So tell me, is that the time you heard that he was in fact married, or was that
Did he break the news to
He
you?
broke the news to me.
Sure.
So I knew that I'm not dating a married man.
Yes.
So, but the assumption, because he's an older guy and I'm this young girl from Cape Town, so
people assume.
You know, people like this have wives back at home, and you are
Yeah.
just, you know, the
Cape Town girl.
the Cape Town girl and stuff like that. So, please, guys, I was not dating a married man.
Tell your fellow Capetonians.
Yes, I wasn't dating a married man. So there were so many rumors flying around that I'm dating a married guy, or I'm breaking up a marriage and so forth, or I have a boyfriend in Cape Town and I left the boyfriend for so many stories.
Yeah.
Because obviously in people's eyes, I saw this guy and I saw greener pastures.
Yeah.
And so whatever life I was living in Cape Town, so probably I left that person for the Joburg
him.
guy. And now the Joburg guy is so excited with the young girl from Cape Town.
Yeah.
And he probably left his wife for this
Yeah.
young. It was
This is the Cape Town one. The Cape Town one.
Yeah, the Cape Town.
I'm interested in your mom. I'm glad you just mentioned her now. Obviously, somehow she also orchestrated
Yes.
without knowing.
Without knowing,
you
yeah.
know, this whole thing, because had she not said to you,
Let's go to...
why are you sitting at home?
Yeah.
Come.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, here are the results most
Yes.
of coming.
Yeah.
What did she say when you told her, which actually there's something that's brewing?
So my mom, because of what I was going through in my life at that time, as I said, young mom, I'm trying to navigate this new phase of my life and everything. So as a parent, it's very difficult to watch your child struggle through a phase in their lives. And I think more than anything, she wanted me to get out of the house and wanted me to see that there's life after this. You know, I mean, my mom had her first child at the age of 16. And so she understood
What you were going
what
through.
motherhood at a young age does to you. So she
Okay.
wanted me to get out.
Yeah.
And because it was such a shocking experience for me, you know,
Yeah.
being a mom at 21. But my mom wanted me to understand, Ukuthi, there's life after this.
Afterwards,
Trust me.
It's not the end.
It's not the end. You're going to live. You're going to enjoy yourself.
Wow,
Umntana
man.
uzokhula. And I think more than anything, her efforts were towards, you can't lock yourself in the house. You can't uphangele evekini Monday to Friday, then on Saturday you still want to sit home. You know, get out, you know.
Yeah.
And maybe she was, because I also went through postpartum depression. So I think she was also trying to pull me out of that.
She could see.
She could see, although she had very little knowledge of whether it was postpartum depression or not,
Yeah.
but she could see that something is off. And she just wanted to pull me out of that dark pit. And those were the efforts, not knowing, but she's pulling me out into my husband's arms.
Yes.
And when nje wayowa nje.
Ndayowa.
Jay's wanting ila.
Yeah.
So,
You know?
guys, you know, I just want to go off ramp a little bit. In terms of, because you are raising this issue about, you know, you had just had a child at the time when you met Mjakes, and ubuno wakho umgowo,
Yeah.
you know, as it
Yeah.
were.
No
You know,
Mjakes, no
Mjakes on the
no
other
what.
hand, now you know wakho umgowo and
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
Tell me, how important is it getting into a long committed relationship like marriage for you before you even get married, for you to actually engage in that process of dealing with emotional baggage, dealing with, you know, those issues, you know, before you get into, or did it just happen for you guys? Were you intentional
So
about things?
for me, I knew at that point it's no longer about me. I have a child.
Yeah.
And this is the type of life that I want going forward.
Yeah.
So I don't want to entertain any mess that I've been through in my past.
Correct.
And I don't want anything like what I've been through in my past. So I'm very sure now that I want stability in my life.
Yeah.
And if a man walks into my life and doesn't offer me that, then it's like, no, thanks.
Gotcha.
I'm not interested. So I knew that whoever walks into my life, this is where I am. I want stability in my life. Ndiapangela. I've got a steady job. I'm looking after my child. I contribute heavily into my family's life. So you can't come into my life and just, it's not for, I'm over the playing the field
Phase.
I'm over that. This is where I am now. I want stability going forward. However, funny part, I wasn't thinking of marriage.
Yeah.
When you met him.
I wasn't thinking of marriage. I think more than anything, I wanted stability.
Okay.
I wanted a relationship that's gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I wasn't thinking of marriage.
Yeah.
For me, she gave me something that I was longing for. Like, as she says, stability. She was there for me. She was there. You know, a person who cares. Like somebody, for me, she gave me the care that I felt that, okay,
You needed.
this is what I need in somebody. I need somebody who cares about me. And the fact that conversations, like we would talk for hours every day. Remember, we had a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk for hours every single day.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like, if I can talk to this person 2-3 hours every night, like, then there's something here. Like, there's, and decent, like, talk about everything from
Life, everything,
how's your day to,
Yeah.
in fact, one of the things that fascinated me about V is that within the first few hours that I met her, I knew so much already about her, because she was like, if you want to be in my life, okay, no, they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, da da da, and I was like,
She was
no,
dishing
man.
it all.
Yeah,
I
so
was
just
like,
decide
oh.
now.
Yeah. So that
decide
sounds
now.
good.
I was like, you're
Yeah.
telling me so much. This is my responsibilities at home. Know that this is me. No, I don't have a license right now in any. I don't like in any. Are you on BBM? Because that was that era.
Yeah.
Because that's like 13 years ago.
Yeah.
And like no, I don't have a BlackBerry. Okay, the first thing, let's get you a BlackBerry.
First gift.
Let's do
Oh, who said you?
Yeah. So he asked me for my BBM pin, and I said I don't have a BlackBerry.
I see.
You know,
Yes,
I'm a young girl. There's pangelela and afford a BlackBerry.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and then he was like, "Okay, first gift, get a BlackBerry for yourself."
communication.
And you got V right there.
Sure.
I'm sure even that, you know, I mean, that worked as some form of a therapy, I suppose, when you are able to speak with a person 2 to 3 hours
Yeah.
on a
telling you.
daily basis, there's a healing,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes,
that comes with
definitely.
that.
Yeah.
Because
no,
I
it
mean,
was.
obviously here you pouring your deepest, stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, Uvi has almost a 2-year-old
Yeah, that time.
At that time.
at the time. When you get to know about this, how was it for you? Because I mean, you are meeting this 23-year-old in Cape
With
Town
beautiful legs.
with beautiful legs. Surely you were worried. With, what does this come with?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
first time I go to a house, right? I sit on the couch. Buhle-
Was that Alawa in the house already?
Because my
No,
parents
no,
are very friendly people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, the friend of mine, China, then was like, "Hey," like talking to V's dad, "Nimvumela kanjani lo mfana? Angene endlini," you know. And then And they were like, no, man, come on, chill.
Where must he stand on the street or something?
Because the mom was like, come inside, we want to see you. Like, and then when sat down, Bushle comes on the couch, stands here, and like holds my face, and then V's mom was like, "Hey, bo, like what bonda no muntu ongamazi."
Yes.
And then I fell in love with her as well.
Yes.
And I was like, okay. And then I asked her, okay, what's your relationship here with the dad in Ine? I don't want to come into a messy situation.
Because remember, when you're sensitive at this point,
I'm very sensitive,
you know.
And mom mshini, and the fact that it's a young baby, it's a young child, and you know, and it was like, no,
Don't
don't worry about that. It's okay. Are you sure? And then from there we started building. You know, so all of that navigating with Bushle is 14 now,
Going on 15.
going on 15.
Yes.
She's a serious teenager, like right smack in there.
Yeah.
Understand? And I've raised her as my child. My family, like on holidays, she either, if she doesn't go to Cape Town, she goes to my mom's house.
Yes.
So and for me, to a point that we don't have other kids, and that being a challenge for me, I always say to V, but we have Bushle.
Yes. But don't you see the work of God in all of this?
Yeah.
I just feel like even God curated this. Lo mntwana lo zomfica Cape Town will be your only child.
Man.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Even the resemblance for me,
Yes.
I was gonna go there, by the way.
it's more.
no, you should see how she looks like my sisters.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My cousins, my nieces.
Yeah.
Like she's like
She looks like them.
she looks like like
I think Colin Denzega, maybe Via, she doesn't know what happened. Because Ubuhle actually, I'm telling you, Ubuhle looks like Mjakes.
Yeah.
She does. She does.
Not like you.
Yeah. No.
Looks
Even,
like
even
Jakes.
worse when she's visiting Mama in Soweto
Yes.
and then Jakes' sisters. She looks like them
part
and
of the
the
fa-
kids, and you wouldn't say, "Oh no, lo and go alap."
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't know.
That is such a
Man.
a crazy thing.
it's like God knew this is a challenge that you may face.
Yeah.
And this is a comfort for
Yeah.
you understand?
Yeah.
And you know when you face a challenge, that type of challenge,
Yeah.
sometimes things can fall apart, things can break.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like things can break.
People
You understand?
go separate ways.
And there have been times when we've gone through a hard time. When V had in fact, she has had more of a hard time around that issue.
Yeah.
Way more than me.
Yeah.
So she's
understand?
been trying.
We have been trying.
We have been.
It's just that you know when you try and think of other means, then you get a lot of prophetic words and then you're like, hey, but now okay, do we wait for God to do it His way or do we? Like, and every time we're thinking of trying something, and then hey,
It's gonna happen.
it's gonna happen. No,
Wait.
and then we're like, okay, but now we're in a stage where we're like, it happens, it doesn't happen.
Okay.
We're okay.
We're okay. We love each other. We love our family.
Yeah.
We love our daughter. We raise. Like for us, it's like, hey, once in a while it kicks in. Good. No, plus vele, hey, ngimdala man. Hey,
Yes.
I wanna like.
Do I want to buy
a
nappies?
newborn? Yeah.
nappies? Because now I'm thinking, good. Yo, so chala crash.
Lapho Ubuhle is in high school.
High school.
That time.
Yeah.
For years, like guys, she'd sometimes come to our room and like, hey guys, I want a sibling.
Shame.
And I'm like, Bushle wasn't when I'm a sibling.
Was
How many
it?
times?
Shame, I said ready.
Yeah.
She was
No,
ready.
for the
at
longest
first.
time.
Yeah.
But that's one of the challenges we faced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a serious one.
Yeah.
We faced that challenge. In fact, if I've had a dramatic life.
Yeah.
Like a life full of challenges. Like when, I think a few days ago I was sitting, I'm like, hey, God, Mary, you trust me like that you have had me go through so much in my life.
Yeah.
Because I went through so much and I think my faith continued to grow, and sometimes people, guys would come and say, no, hey Mjakes, I'm out, I want out, and I'm like, bruh, do you know how many challenges I faced and I stayed?
Yeah.
Before it finally ended.
Yeah.
If the challenges I faced and I stayed, what you're talking about is a small problem.
Yeah.
So wanting to one out of a marriage.
Yeah.
For me to end up like,
No, I'm saying the other people who
a person wanting out. I'm like, bruh, no, you can't be wanting out.
Got you.
Like that.
That's so powerful.
There's a massive things that I have been through, and I remained.
Yeah.
And in fact, I can't even say sometimes I remained on my own accord. I remained because even my partner then didn't know that God would visit me and say, you are not going out, you're staying.
Yeah.
Like, and then God would give me a huge scripture. I want to like, lapong feel with I, and he says, no, husband, love your wives as Christ loved the church. And then I'm like, yeah, and then God will elaborate the challenges and the trials and the mess ups of the church.
Yeah.
And he's like, then why are you behaving like this? The moment when I went out, it was like God again saying, you've learned everything you needed to learn.
Now you can go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Fast forward.
Yeah.
I want to fast forward
12
too.
years later. Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh. I can just imagine.
Yeah.
Young girl from Cape Town coming to Joburg. And you don't come alone. You've got Ujosak
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
You've got this 1 year, almost 2 year old. You introduced umntwana to your family.
Yes.
How phela lo muntu bekadivorcile. Now uzo introduce someone with a child.
Child.
Since Njani Mjakes, what do you want us to do?
Yo.
You know? So how was it for your family when you had already signed?
So the initial view of my sisters, they were, because remember, even when I met V, I didn't know she was that young.
Yeah.
For me, it was like, because she's dressed up. You're meeting somebody at a formal event.
Yes.
She's in a dress, she's
Looking
in heels,
all
whatever.
decent, yeah.
And I don't know why I didn't ask age like that. I think maybe the fact that she's got a child for me was like, no, okay.
gotta be
She's
in your
older
late
now.
20s.
Yeah.
And then it slipped my mind to really now start talking about age. By the time I spoke about age, I was already in love.
You were in.
You were-
I was panicked, and
Yes.
I was like, And amazing enough, like, you know, my relationship with God, like, was so solid, even in my mess. Because I would go to God and say, hey, Tig, una 23 lo muntu.
Yeah.
Bazothina bangani bami? How will I explain this? Like, every time I'd go to God, and then I'd find out there'd be this, and then God would be like, she's the one for you.
Yeah.
She's your. And so when she met my family, my sisters were like, hey, she's a bit young.
Yeah,
And I'm
you know
like,
those comments.
and that time I was like, I know, and I agree with you.
Next. What
What else?
But my family loved her, and my mom. In fact, a few months down the line, my mom was like the one coming to me. It's like, "Unyala ning wana batu."
Yeah.
Same, and one of the first people I introduced her to was my pastor then, my Pastor Sibanyo. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't want to mess up. She has to meet Sibanyo. She meets Sibanyo, and Sibanyo says, okay, ask her tough questions. And she's a 23-year-old.
Yeah.
She's like, where's Mjakes would be Ziu?
Yeah.
And she's like, what does that mean?
Break it down.
It's over.
Break it down. And that time I know what I know, but V's not ready for this kind of conversation.
Yeah.
And she was like, don't know how I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I'm
Yes.
like, no, yes, but
Yeah.
that train has passed. Like in my
Got you.
and then she visited my church. She visited the church that I was in, and then now I'm thinking, hey, she can't be mom elder now here.
Because he was an elder at the church.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Ngithi, hey, mom elder, 23. And the pressure was already mounting because the old ladies at the church, how they regarded me, they wanted to embrace her at that level.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And then I was like, no, it's gonna be way too much for her.
Oh, because
It's gonna be way too much.
So you have to navigate this role of
Yeah.
playing this protective.
I had to leave the church.
Okay.
oh, that's
That's when
how
I
you
left the church.
Yes.
That's one of the reasons. I was like, I want us to go find a place where she can grow.
Yes, and not put her under pressure.
Because in the midst of that, things I fell in love. She's teaching Sunday school at her church. What?
Yeah.
And then conversation. What apostolic church? Whatever. I know. It's a song. And then later I'm like, no man.
She's not a born again
Like
Christian.
no man. Then I visit her church and I'm like, okay, is it born again here?
What's happening now?
I wanna. It's a good church, but and then I'm like, are you born again?
Yeah, straight question.
And then I'm like, explain that to
I
me.
was like, she's not born again.
If she says explain.
Explain
that
she's
to
not
me.
born again.
How does it look like?
What is that?
And then I
You
go
know?
back to God. God, she's not born again. And then God says, she's the one.
That's your wife.
That's your wife.
James Maranawe une drama.
Yeah.
Let's fast forward because of time.
Yeah.
You guys, obviously, you have grown in the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, you guys,
Yes, very
there's
much.
so many things that have happened in your life.
Yeah.
And, you know, right now, where you guys are at now.
Sure. It's so funny how Mjakes and I have been having this conversation a lot lately
Yes.
about where we are right now. So I'm in my 30s
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And Mjakes is 50.
Yeah.
I'm in the blooming, coming out of my shell phase.
Yeah.
And he's in the relaxing.
Yeah, like chill.
Done it. I've been
No
through
need to
this.
rush.
No need to rush. And I'm out here like a reborn. I'm ready to explore life. What is the world? What
What
is
does that mean?
The world is my oyster.
the world is
does
my
that
oyster,
mean?
and my husband is on the opposite trajectory.
Yes.
So we
that's
are
so
trying
interesting.
to
Yeah.
balance.
navigate and balance that.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, the struggles that Jason and I went through, struggling to conceive, the financial struggles
Yeah.
that we went through, a lot. Like as he was saying, that his life has been full of drama.
Yeah.
Our life has been full of drama. The struggles that we went through at some point when I was like, I'm putting the trying to conceive assignment on rest.
On pause.
I wanted to find myself.
Got you.
And I came to the realization one day and I said, for the past 12, 14 years, I've been focused on being a mom and a wife. And I haven't focused on myself. What do I want? So if Mjakes leaves or something happens to him, who's V? When Buhle leaves and goes to university, who am I? So I am at that place in my life right now where I will explore my talents. Besides me being an account manager at a digital media company, agency, I'm also a voiceover artist. And I'm
You are doing you now.
I am doing me now. I'm exploring that. And my husband, who's had a 30+ year career in his life,
Basically your age.
He's like,
career.
I'm ready to retire.
No one is counting.
Yeah, no one is counting. So that's where we are. That's where we're trying to find the balance.
Got you.
And we're trying to navigate that right now. But at the same time, I don't want to hate him. And one day and wake up and be like, I put my life on hold, for you. And, Buhle has now gone to university. And what have I done to myself?
Yes, and when you are thriving musically.
You are thriving musically and you've got your accolades and you're good. What about me? So I'm at the place where now I am rediscovering myself.
I love that.
That's so cool.
That's where I am.
that phase looks so good on you.
Thank you.
I love that.
Yeah.
So before we... People hate it when we say before we close. Why are you closing?
Yeah.
Others were saying,
They're
why
like,
are
can
you
you guys
closing?
go for 2 hours?
Yes. But I think let's get into ubiziwe.
Yeah.
Because one thing about ubizo, you may pause it.
Yeah.
Iloki ibuya.
Yeah.
Uyibeke lapha uthi aye walume kancane ubizo sobe silibona buye libuye. did you get to that point now where you were like, yes, I think I feel you, my person?
So funny enough, in the years that Mjakes has been running or had been running from his calling, God has been preparing me. So I became born again in the beginning of our relationship.
Yeah.
Before we even got married. So he actually, I'm his convert.
I know. I was
Yeah.
gonna ask.
Yes.
Ukuthi kufana nomJakes nje ukuthi uthi lalela, say these words
Kuka
after
up,
this.
These words
Hook up.
cook up, must tell us. I'm his convert.
Yes.
So I became deeply interested in what does it mean to walk with Jesus?
Gotcha.
So in the years that Jakes was running and putting it on hold, God was preparing me
Yes.
to a point where even the challenges that we went through in our spiritual life, I now know when God says, okay, I let you go through that because I don't want you to run a church like that. I don't want you to be a partner or a helper in his walk like that. I don't want you, and the emphasis on love my people.
Yeah.
Love my people. Yes, you might not be at the forefront as a pastor, but love my people. So God had been preparing me, giving me the love for Ilizwi lakhe, just genuine interest in spending time with him, getting to know his kingdom. What is this all about? So then when he then finally caught up and he was like, okay, Lord, I'll do this. I was like, oh, finally.
You were in the right space.
I was in the right
yourself.
space.
Oh,
I was in the right space.
I so love this, because sometimes we don't understand even some of the things that you guys have gone through.
Yeah.
I feel like they were preparation.
Yes.
Yeah.
God knew that you needed that
Absolutely.
in order to get you to where
where
he
you're
wants you.
at.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes when you look at it, we always think, why me, Lord? Why am I going through this?
Yeah.
But it's really God's way of preparing you
Absolutely.
for what's to come.
Absolutely. And I now have an understanding and compassion for people that go through struggles. And I'm like, I get this. I understand because I went through it.
You've seen it.
We now know when someone says, hey man, I only 500. Actually, they need like 50K.
Yeah.
If we're being
They're
honest.
being modest.
They're being very modest. Now we understand when someone says, I just need, food for the night.
Yeah.
Actually, they need money for rent.
Yeah.
So now we get it because we went through struggles, Jakes, where we approach friends and family and wanting to take care of maybe a need for right now. Maybe we just needed money for bread or whatever that was for the now. But in reality, there was so much more that we needed. So now when people come to us, we fully understand that the need is actually so much deeper.
Yes, because you've seen it.
Yes, so much deeper because we've seen it, we've experienced it. God has taken us through it. And if you don't learn in your wilderness, you'll stick around.
Yes. And by the way, you're not supposed to
You're
stick
not
around
supposed
in
to,
the wilderness.
but there are lessons that you're refusing to learn.
Yes, you need to come out with lessons.
Yeah, you go around the mountain one more time.
One more time.
Goodness.
One more time.
Wow.
My.
If you don't learn in your wilderness, you will stick around.
Yeah.
That wow,
Yeah,
man.
until there's a lesson learned.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, this has been incredible, guys. Thank
This
you
has
so
been
much
so incredible.
for spending time with us. I think we last did this interview in
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
And it's
Actually-
been so different.
It's been
has.
so different.
You know, it's been so
We
different.
were in the honeymoon phase.
Oh,
I was like, my man, everything. Now I'm like,
He
listen
never
here,
puts a
Jakes.
foot wrong.
Hey, I'm still your man.
Right now I'm like, listen here, Jakes. You better come correct.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Imagine him, Jakes, Nankulo, 23-year-old.
You know?
Who say has demand, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Mara, guys, this has been
Yeah,
amazing.
man.
I think what we will do, Sudi, with your permission, of course, we're gonna air the other interview and this one
Yeah.
in 1 week.
Oh, for people to see
Yes.
the contrast.
Okay.
Not the contrast.
There's no contrast.
There's no contrast. but,
I think, yes, actually, I think we'll do.
Do you
Let's do
understand what I
that.
mean?
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Because
Anyway, our time is up.
It was. I loved it then, but
Yeah.
I loved the growth as well.
Yes.
Yes.
And I mean, that's what
Yeah.
life is about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching.
Hey,
Ooh.
hey. We hope you have gleaned a thing or two because, wow, man. the experiences that we go through, sometimes and more often than not, we don't go through them for us.
Yeah.
You know, we go through for them, if you are a believer in Christ, you know, for the kingdom.
Yeah.
And someone needs to be enriched, you know, by what you went through. And we thank couples like the Thebes, you know, who come to this platform and, you know, they become vulnerable and they actually put their lives out there, you know, hopefully for you. And that's the reason for you to be able to glean a thing or two and be able to apply certain things in your life. And we're thankful to them, and we're thankful to you, Thebes.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. This has been incredible.
Absolutely incredible.
Thank you at home for watching.
Thank you for watching. Continue to subscribe, and thank you so much for all the subscriptions and the comments. We really appreciate them. God bless you. We'll see you again next week.
Love you guys.